G'day guys, g'day Mighty Car Mods. This here is my 2000 model Hyundai Excel, but most of us refer to as the Bentley. Given the racing pedigree of the Excel GLX model, obviously I've wanted to keep it looking as stock as possible so as to avoid any unwanted attention from the police. There is a few things that I've added. For example, this little cap there that I found at one of the local servos. I just think that it's little touches like that that give your car a bit of character. The push addict sticker, which is usually for four-wheel drives, but I felt it was fitting for this vehicle. That about does it for the mods. Boasting an eye-watering 65 kilowatts at the wheels and 134 Newton. Boasting a impressive 65. Boasting an impressive 65 kilowatts at the flywheel with 134 Newton meters of torque. This vehicle, when it first came out, was not one to be messed with. At first glance, this quarter panel seems pretty standard, but the light is actually being held together by some double-sided tape, which seems to have long lost its adhesive property. Fuck! I think there's like a red back in there. Just gonna close that up. The light adjustment for the height, I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't actually work on this side. So what I've done is I've pinned this little rubber tube and I've wedged it in there next to the light, and I've matched it up with the other side against my roller door, and it seems to be sort of hitting at a good height. In an attempt to do a weight reduction stage 1, I've taken off the hubcaps and removed the radio antenna just to save a bit of added weight, but I reckon I've just probably broke even with all the little stone chips and hail damage wrecking the aerodynamics of the car. Just to show you a few of the interior quirks and modifications of the car, I'll run you through a few here. This door handle is actually attached on with super glue. It snapped right at the base, and I wasn't really hopeful that it would hold at first, but it's been working for the better part of a year. That's that one. Just stop there.
Sorry, just continue with the same one. 444.
Some of the interior quirks, we've got whoever's installed the radio previously has not done something right. Let me just turn that down. So essentially, when the car turns off, the radio stays on, and so does the overhead clock. So I've tried fixing that. Actually, I haven't. Just to show you some of the other interior quirks, I've got the phone dock up above and the fan-mounted cup holder. And over to this side, let me just get the camera through. The door sometimes gets stuck from the inside only. But yeah, the lock mechanism there, the top bit's actually snapped off before, and I've got that glued together with super glue as well. It's actually been holding pretty well for about a year as well. the interior trim is actually reminiscent of the Melbourne like public transport interior, and I sort of like that because it sort of keeps it Melbourne spec. Not much more really to be said. I think that pretty much covers the inside. Just try to start the car. Oh shit. Hang on. Yeah, that's cool. Jump in.
It's already started, bro.
We'll take it for a quick spin. As you can see, it's got a manual transmission, and it's quite powerful with 134 Newton meters of torque. Just gonna do a U-turn here real quick. Just give me a second. Just get around here. It's got a pretty good turning circle. Hang on. It doesn't like reverse, but aside from that, it drives pretty well. The right-hand side, the shock absorber, I think, is gone. So if I run over a cat's eye on the road, it sort of dips a little, but it's not too bad. As long as I sort of take speed humps, as if I were driving a lower 180SX, usually I don't bottom out. It's not too bad. This is something I forgot to mention before, but the actual speedo is the needle's a bit funky. If you have a look at it, it sort of goes up and down all the time. It's really annoying, and for the most part, I'm never quite sure what speed I'm going. But the trick to sort of stop it from doing that is you go quicker. Because once you get to about 50, 60 kilometers an hour, you can hardly even notice it. There's like a tiny little chip right there, which it's not big and it doesn't really obstruct my line of sight or anything. All it does is just annoy the shit out of me. I keep the car regularly serviced every 25,000 kilometers. It's done just over 241,000 on the clock, and I think it's on its third engine, but it's doing pretty well. That pretty much concludes my 2000 model Hyundai Excel. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. See ya.